You're amazing. Yes, that's what I want to remind you of. The very first thing every Sunday, you're amazing. Good morning. Welcome to House of Love and Light. I'm Amy Steinberg, and this is my home in Asheville, North Carolina. And we get together here every Sunday to remember the truth. The truth of who you are, the truth of who I am, the truth of life, the goodness, the beauty, the joy, which is the theme of January. Joy. Joy, 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 joy to the world. Yeah. I feel joy. Just open yourself to the joy. You know, I was reading Osho this morning. I know. He started a cult. But the book that he wrote called Joy has some nuggets in it, some really good ones. And one of the things I read this morning was this idea that joy is our natural state. We are taught to be unhappy. We are taught to be miserable by society. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Katie, Jan, Laura Bourbon. Love you, my sister. AJ, Julie, Sandy, Jacqueline, Jennifer. You guys, people are watching from everywhere. Susan, Cindy, Christy, Stephanie. My best friends are on today. Jenny, Myron, my beloved AJ. Oh, it's so wonderful to see everybody. Just calling everybody out. Just to say, oh, Leah, so good to see you. Boker Tov. I don't know what that means. I know Tov is good. But anyway, so listen. So today the theme is joy, beauty. So beauty in this sense that beauty is an attribute of God, right? Beauty is everywhere present at all times. Beauty is always there for us to notice, for us to become aware of in every single moment. You beautiful creature. We've got Maine. We've got Colorado. Laurel's here from Ohio. Robin Trout, so good to see you. Susie from California. Chris is here. You guys, this is the family. This is the Hala family. We're here today. You know, a lot of you watch on the rewatch, so we don't get to see you live on Sunday. So it's so good to see you here. I've been opening with a reading from Mark Nepo's Book of Awakening, which I recommend everybody having. And it's not today's reading, but it's just so good for this topic of beauty. So this is called To See with Love. Okay, I want you to hear this. Jack Kornfield says, enlightenment is intimacy with all things. I love it. Each of us spins repeatedly from blindness to radiance, from dividedness to wholeness. And it is our impulse to stay in touch with all that is alive that keeps us from staying lost. It is the impulse to be intimate. To me, that's what beauty is being intimate with this world that we're in. It brings to mind the young, blind French boy, Jacques Le Surien, who, in learning how to navigate his way among other forms of life in his darkness, stumbled onto the secret of undivided living. Young Le Surien said, "It is more than seeing them. It is tuning in on them and allowing the current they hold to connect with one's own, like electricity. To put it differently, this means an end of living in front of things and a beginning of living with them." This is big. Never mind if the world sounds shocking, for this is love. To live with things and not in front of them. To no longer watch, but to realize that we are part of everything we see. I'm going to read that again. That is so good. To live with things and not in front of them. To no longer watch, but to realize that we are a part of everything we see. You guys, this is amazing. This is the love that keeps moving us back into wholeness when divided. To love by admitting our connection to everything is how we stay well. How we stay well. And I'm going to say that's how we stay in joy too, which is what Osho was talking about in his book this morning. Allowing the current of another's inwardness to connect with our own is the beginning of both intimacy and enlightenment. Do you love that? I love that so very much. And I want to say thank you for being here with me this morning. Welcome to House of Love and Light. I'm very excited about today's gathering. And as we do every Sunday, I recognize the mission that I set 93 Sundays ago, which was to nourish you with spiritual food. In other words, I want to give you something that will fortify your soul. I want to uplift you and make you feel good because that's your natural state. Joy is your natural state, okay? And I want to inspire you to be your best you, to be your creative expression, to be where you are, okay? To be your best you, whatever that means. So we're going to start by recognizing the wonderfulness that is this moment. And let me just say hello to anybody who's joined. Jenna! Oh my gosh, today is magical. I'm so excited to see Otis and Chris and Jenna. Jenna, please, in the comments as we sing this, if you want to put something wonderful that is happening right here, right now. Again, we're talking about this idea of being connected, being a part of what is happening right now. I'm going to tell you what's wonderful is you. What's wonderful is you. So if you sing with me, you trigger that parasympathetic nervous system, you get to feeling that natural joy that is your birthright, and together we have a blast for an hour. Ooh, yeah, ready for it, are you? Something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. That's right. Something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. And I can feel it, come on. I can feel it in my body. I can feel it in my soul. I can feel it in my heart. And it won't let go. Sing it with me. Something wonderful. Something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. Sing with me from the top. Something wonderful, hey, come on. Something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. Let's sing that again, come on. Something wonderful, yeah. Something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. And I can feel it, I can feel it. I can feel it in my body. Ooh, I can feel it in my soul. That's right. I can feel it in my heart. And I won't let go. Something wonderful. Something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. Do you think we should do it one more time? Because I'm feeling it. I'm feeling good this morning. It's a little bit of a hectic morning, and I just don't even care because I'm just so grateful to be here in this moment. Something wonderful. Come on. Something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. Sing that part again. Something wonderful. Something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. And I can feel it. Come on, sing it with me. I can feel it in my body. Yeah. I can feel it in my soul. Yes, I'm joyful. I can feel it in my heart. Yes. And I won't let go. Something wonderful. And that something wonderful is you. And that is what I celebrate with you each and every Sunday. And today, as we talk about this idea of beauty, I can't help but think about, that little inner child, that little part of us that can sometimes feel like we were teased, or we weren't enough, or we compared ourselves, or we had maybe an adult that didn't give us the attention that we needed. This goes out to your inner child, and I invite you during this time to go deep. Take a deep breath. settle into this time together. We're about to have a beautiful time together. We've got some beautiful offerings today. And you know this song, so you can sing it to yourself. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. Let's sing it again. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. Breathing deeply right here, right now. I recognize and know that there is only one power, one presence, one love, and one light, showing up and showing off as this moment now, showing up and showing off as each and every person here at House of Love and Light on this January Sunday in 2022. Yeah. I know a goodness and a peace and a love and a joy and a beauty that surrounds each and every person here. I declare a goodness, an awareness, a consciousness of love, a consciousness of divine beauty recognized in every single thing. A learning from the inside out, a connection, a growing. I declare and know abundance and prosperity in every way for each and every person here. Health, wealth, friendship, relationship, love. Yeah. And I say thank you, God, for this knowing, for this declaration, for these words that encase the spirit of love. I release these words and together we say, and so it is. Hallelujah, amen, a women, a them. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? Come on. How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? Yeah. How deeply you're connected to my soul. I want to sing it once more. How about you? How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? Come on. How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? Yeah. How deeply you're connected. That part again. How deeply you're connected. How deeply we're connected. How deeply we're connected to each other's soul. Deep breath here. I feel that. Do you feel that? I feel that in my heart. I feel that in my soul. And I'm so grateful for this community that has become my home. Thank you so much for being here with us. Every week we light the candles to honor all of the paths. And this time when we light the candles, it is Jessica, and she's lighting the candles. And while she lights the candles, Reverend Christy Snow is playing on the flute. Enjoy as we honor all paths.
I light a candle for the Eastern religions, Hinduism, Buddhism, and Taoism, that teach us about harmony, karma, and the way. I light a candle for Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and Baha'i, teaching us about tradition, forgiveness, surrender, and order. I light a candle for ancient wisdom and new thought traditions, including indigenous teaching, shamanism, paganism, science of mind, and New Age spirituality, teaching us to root and expand. I light a candle for the great mystery, the eternal question, the not knowing. And so it is.
Hi, welcome to Maui. This is the Maui Minute, and I'm hanging out at the Luau hula class. And you asked me what we're grateful for. I'm grateful for these awesome and amazing Hawaiians. This is Keisha, and that is Chris and Alvin, and ultimately gratitude of breath. And if you are sitting somewhere tonight and you're at your house watching this late, or if you're up early in the morning sipping a cup of coffee, take a pause. Think of the people that you love. That's the gratitude. Stay with it. Much love from Maui. Right, guys?
I always love to have Georgia Winfrey on here because she's such a ball of joy. And because joy is the theme of the month, we had to have Georgia, right? Georgia share her gratitude. She shared her gratitude from her hula class, which I'm going to share a little video of some of the hula a little bit later during my message. So now we get to talk about gratitude. We get to spend a moment. We spend a few minutes every Sunday talking about our gratitude, getting into our gratitude. So in the comments right now, what I want you to do is I want you to list what you are grateful for. I want you to think about what you are grateful for. If you don't want to list it, speak it out loud in your space. If you're with your partner, I see that Lissa and Mary are here together. I want you to share your gratitudes with each other. I'm so grateful for our home. I'm so grateful for our love, whatever it is, speak it out. Speak it out. If we were going to be in person at this point, I would have everybody just speaking their gratitude into the room. So I want you to speak it into the chat as I speak mine, as I think about mine. I'm so grateful for my mom being here. And I'm actually really sad she's leaving tomorrow. She stayed like an extra week, and I kind of wish she was never leaving. Isn't that crazy? It's totally crazy. We were in the bedroom last night screaming at the top of our lungs, "One Day More" from Les Mis. And I'm just so grateful that I share the love of musical theater with my family, with my mom. I'm so grateful for my partner, my beautiful, beautiful partner, AJ, who is with us this morning here. I'm so grateful for House of Love and Light. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for all the friends here in the chat that just give so much support. I'm going to speak some of these out. So grateful for so much. Laurel says health, wealth, connections, love, and for you. I made Laurel a breakthrough painting. I love the one I made for her. Jennifer says, I'm grateful for my comfortable home, love in my life. Steph says, grateful for you. Hala, share, chickens, friends, love, support. Jenna says, grateful to learn, for my health, for support, for so much more. Our connection of souls, best friends, so much love in this house of love and light. Chris Barber, one of my very, very sweetest, favorite, most gorgeous people on earth. I'm so grateful to demonstrate giving and receiving, creating, impacting my life and the others. You've impacted my life so much, Chris. Sarah, so grateful to have moments when my body doesn't hurt, for when my mind connects. I love that, Sarah. I know that you struggle with some health concerns, but we speak and know wholeness and health for you. Otis, I'm so grateful for my husband, Chris. You are the most amazing couple. You're one of my favorite. Like, you're one of those couples that I like as a mental equivalent I have in my mind. You know, I want to be like you guys. Simon, Coco, and Lola, those must be your babies. Firewood, running water. Yes, Creative Time, my partner, Marianne. Cindy, shout out for your business. Cindy is now doing, will you put your link in the comments here, Cindy? Cindy is now leading events like weddings and I guess maybe birthdays, all kinds of events. I think of it as weddings, really, like on the mountaintop, simple events. Go ahead and put that out there. I went to your website and I absolutely love it. I'm very excited to maybe I have a wedding you need to plan. I don't know. No pressure, AJ. Katie, grateful for friends, community, hugs, kisses, grateful for majesty of love, taking this time to count our blessings. Yes. And we are so grateful for gratitude. It's the best tool. It is the best tool when we are feeling like garbage and we just don't know where to turn. We can always turn to gratitude. I can remember in my early recovery calling my sponsor and she would just like hang up on me. She'd be like, write 10 things you're grateful for and call me back. So, it's just one of those things, I have very little bandwidth for self-pity in my life because I am so trained in gratitude. Now I can go to it, I can play with it, I can have a little self-pity, but not too much. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, one of the things I'm grateful for is our regular, people who come to House of Love and Light and gift us with their time. And one of them is Casey. She pulls cards. She's been gone for 2 weeks with COVID, so she's back. And she pulled us 2 cards this week. So here is Casey with a card pull. So happy you're here.
Greetings, Hala family. It's Casey. I've been missing you, so in honor of this time apart, I have 2 cards. And 2 things I would like to light. First off, this Beeswax Candle, just to bring light into your new year and to bring the element of fire and transformation. So I light this candle for all of you in gratitude. There we go. One thing on fire. What's next, you ask? You know what it is. Sage bundle. I do love my sage. So we're doing a smoke clearing. I love smoke. I might even open up the door a little bit. As the old energy from last year continues to flow out, we continue to look at the desires in our heart of what brings us joy and how we can bring in more of what we want. So the 2 cards we're doing today are Archangel Michael. I love these cards. I love Archangel Michael. As a warrior myself, I appreciate the warrior Archangel for protection throughout the whole year. So let's do a powerful prayer we can come back to this year from Archangel Michael. Oh, there it goes. Use your imagination and you will see the answer. I don't think I've ever gotten this one. This is very exciting. Let's find out together what's going on. So here we go. There's a little prayer at the bottom, but I'm going to read from the book first. The angels are giving you guidance and answering your prayers, yet their messages may seem out of the ordinary and unexpected. So you need to use your imagination to understand them. Let go of preconceptions or old beliefs of what won't or can't happen. This is clearing something for me too, hear that? The angels have unlimited resources, and they've orchestrated a solution that you can see if you believe that everything is possible. And if you're listening to Hala, I know you know how it works, right? So use your imagination. Something that comes to mind with imagination for me is that I've been painting. That's what brings me joy. And using your imagination to create what you want, not using your imagination to create worry, right? So here's the prayer. Dear God, thank you, important, for granting me the wisdom and creativity to see your miracles in new and unexpected ways. I gratefully and gracefully accept and appreciate your help. And then the book says, describe your situation. So there you go. I think the takeaways would be gratefully and gracefully. I might add that to my New Year's intentions. Thanks for sharing that with me. Okay, so the other card I want to do is the cards Amy gave me. I love these. The Sacred Destiny Oracle. Deal with it, it's a long video. So here's what we're doing. For a joyful new year, we are asking to gratefully and gracefully accept miracles, right? And then what does the Sacred Destiny card have to tell us about joy and finding joy? Inner peace. That's all you got to say. Find your joy, find your inner peace, take care of yourself, hydrate, and love ya.
I love that, kind of like a mic drop, but a card drop. Card drop. Inner peace, yo. I love that. I love the Archangel deck. I don't know that much about the angels, but I do know that I love Laura Berman's song, Calling the Angels. I love it when I can picture the angels around me. I've been thinking about doing a painting series of angels. My friend Jacqueline showed me an artist down in Florida who paints these beautiful angels, and I've been thinking about trying my own hand at that. But I love that, and I love the idea of using your imagination and finding that inner peace. I feel like that's always what we're talking about here, is finding that peace, living from that place of greater peace. So I love that. Thank you so much, Casey. It's so good to have you back. I love you so dearly. And of course, we always have words from the marvelous, magnificent, sexy, beautiful Ash Ruiz. So here is a moment with Ash.
Beauty Contest by Shalon Harkin and her book, Let Us Dance. The sun and the moon and the stars all had a beauty contest. Of course, we know the judges were flummoxed, and it was all a dead tie. Beauty is incomparable, always a perfect face of light. And it's the same for all of us when looked at with sane, healthy eyes that can see beneath the surface even slightly. Darling, you will flood all standards when the metric becomes how much light you pour. Darling, you will flood all standards when the metric becomes how much light you pour. And I know you're pouring that light. I know you're pouring that light, beloved. I can feel it. It's beaming. Ooh, I need to go find my sunglasses, put on some SPF, because you are bright, beloved. Burning spirit, burning aliveness. Notice, oh my goodness, you know it's like this torch of life from one beloved to another, unbroken chain of life, and here you are, set ablaze, beautiful, alive, oh my goodness. Human being, yes, human becoming, that too, but mostly human beautiful. Mostly human beautiful. I love you. I thank you. Mwah.
Ooh, that's a nugget to take away. Human being, yes. Human becoming, yes, that too. But mostly human beautiful. And you know, one of the most beautiful people in my life is my sister. And if you know me really well, you know I have a complicated relationship with my sister. She's my big sister. We're only a year and a half apart. So, you know, it's an intense relationship. But she is my greatest teacher. She is my mentor. She is a rabbi. She is a genius. She leads a congregation up in Joliet, Illinois, and I love her so much. And she's always doing different creative outputs. She's a painter, she's a writer, she's a teacher. She's really quite incredible. She really is. And she's been posting these pictures of the river. I guess she goes for these walks down by the river and she gets a little lesson from the river every day. And I was, looking through them and I was thinking, wow, this is the essence of beauty, is the learning and the many things that we can glean and gather from the beauty of nature, So she's going to put these together in an oracle deck. Eventually, it's going to be the river deck. But also she's going to be doing a little workshop, which I do put the flyer at the end of this video. But what I did was I took her photographs of the river and I created a vocal track of music and me speaking all of the little quotes that she had put over each picture. It's just about 1.5 minutes long, but that is one of the offerings today of art, which is Rabbi Jenny's photographs with me speaking and some music. So enjoy these pictures of the river and maybe you will get a little nugget of beauty. Enjoy. The river with Rabbi Jenny. So much light in the world. Thank you, river. Go, river, go. Teach me to flow. Thank you, river. Restraint of pen and tongue. Time to listen. Thank you, river. Don't be afraid to dive in. Go deep. Ride the waves to healing. Thank you again, river. Sunshine, snow melt, river run. Shine, shine, shine. Thank you, river. Clear, transparent in who you are. There is treasure and beauty down below. Thank you, river. Stillness reveals patterns of light and beauty. Thank you, river. Journey to the River, a sacred weekend workshop with Rabbi Jenny. You can go back and screenshot that if you like to join that workshop that she'll be doing. Also, you can find it on her webpage. I'm sure it'll be awesome. She's a wonderful teacher. I hope you got something out of those river pictures. She makes these cool effects on those photographs that she takes, and I just love them, and I wanted to share them. Okay, so when I was thinking about this concept and this theme and topic of beauty, of course, I thought about Karen Drucker's song, "In Beauty May I Walk," which I did not know until I watched a video that I had made, which I didn't remember that I had made a video for her about this, of this song for Hala. Maybe it was 1.5 years ago, that it was based on a Navajo prayer. So I share with you "In Beauty May I Walk," the video that I created. And please take the time to really just hear these words, hear this incredible woman, Karen Drucker. And then afterwards, there'll be a 4-minute video from a Navajo elder teaching us about that prayer. And then I'll be back with my talk for the day, which I hope you'll stay for all of this goodness, because I was really excited about today, because when I found these things, I just found like they just tied together so beautifully, especially as we talk about joy in this month. So here is "In Beauty May I Walk" by Karen Drucker, and then a beautiful little talk from a Navajo elder, and then I'll be back with my talk. Thank you again for being here. I love you all so much.
In beauty may I walk all day long. May I walk seasons. May I walk in peace. May I walk in peace on this path. May I walk through my life. May I walk in old age. May I walk in peace. May I walk in peace. May I walk, 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 may I walk in peace. May I walk in peace, in joy. May I walk in love. May I walk in gratitude. May I walk in peace. May I walk in peace, in stillness. May I walk in forgiveness. May I walk in loving kindness. May I walk in peace. May I walk in peace. May I walk, 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 may I walk in peace. May I walk in peace. May I walk in peace. May I walk in peace now. May you walk, always walk in peace. May we walk in peace. May I walk with loving kindness. In love, may you walk in joy. In love.
The term walking in beauty, the teaching associated with the Wajongo Nashado is to say that may I walk in beauty, or Wajongo de Dado sometimes is said in that way, which means we will walk in beauty. But walking in beauty has its origin with the teachings of coming from the first world, in the world where there's no surface, in the world where there is mist, in the world where it is gray and dark, and then eventually growing in greater awareness and intelligence, so we could go into the second world, which is the blue world. And in the blue world we became spirit beings, or air beings sometimes is what they refer to it, but it actually is that we became spirit beings, and we continued to grow in greater awareness and greater intelligence until we could progress into the third world. The third world is where we are at now, the yellow world, because of the yellow sun, the moon, the stars, the fire, and the corn pollen, and all of the pollen of all vegetation and life forms, and even the five-fingered being, which is us. Our five-fingered beings, because we have five senses of sight, smell, touch, taste, and hearing. And these senses can get us into a lot of trouble. So if you hold up your hand, there are 4 spaces between the 5 fingers. These are the sacred, invisible senses that we are supposed to use in combination with our physical senses as we journey through life, so we don't make so many errors as we journey through life. But the story of walking in beauty, actually, when we came into this world from the previous world, we arrived as a spirit being. When we entered this physical form, we let out a cry. We become an emotional being for the very first time. And then as we expressed ourselves with that cry, somebody picked us up and cared for us. And we become a thinking being for the very first time. And then as a thinking being, we become aware of our physical environment and our physical self. So it is that we are told we are 4 beings in one: a spirit being, an emotional being, a thinking being, and a physical being. Now here in this world, in the third world, it is our responsibility to grow greater aware and greater intelligence in the 4 areas of our being: spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and our physical environment. But there's something that will stop you, and that is fear. And fear, there are 4 types of fear. There's spiritual fear, emotional fear, mental fear, and physical fear. They're all very real. And they will stop you from growing in those areas of your being. Anoseto, which means to grow. And so all the things that we are told is that we must be willing to encounter our fears. You can never conquer fear or destroy it. It's always going to be there. But you can learn how to get beyond it. And when you do, you are rewarded with 4 very special gifts. And those gifts are joy and happiness, confidence, and peace. And so walking in beauty involves encountering fears spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically, and getting beyond them so that we can have joy and happiness and confidence and peace in the 4 areas of our being. And that's what it means to walk in beauty, when you can acquire those various forms of peace in your entire being. That's what we are told.
Isn't that absolutely awesome? This is the prayer. The Navajo prayer is, with beauty above me, may I walk. With beauty all around me, may I walk. In old age, wandering on a trail of beauty, lively, may I walk. In old age, wandering on a trail of beauty, living again, may I walk. Joy, confidence, happiness, peace. Didn't you love him? So every week here at House of Love and Light, I create a little song for us to learn to sing together on the theme. I love this week's theme, and I love this week's song. Joy, beauty. Beauty, beauty, beauty everywhere, as me, through me, in the air. Beauty, beauty, sense it, can you see? Beauty is all around you and me, yeah. Beauty, beauty, beauty everywhere, as me, through me, in the air. Beauty, beauty, sense it, can you see? Beauty is all around you and me, yeah. Can you feel it? The beauty. Can you feel it now? Beautiful world, it's a beautiful life. Got beauty in the day and beauty in the night. We can smell it, taste it, yell it, tell it, give it from the heart. Beauty is the way we walk. We are each a piece of art we got. Sing it with me. Oh, where'd I put it? There it is. No, did I not? Oh, what? Beauty, beauty, beauty everywhere. As me, through me, in the air. Beauty, beauty, sense it, can you see? Beauty is all around you and me. There's even beauty in the mistakes, isn't there? I'm going to do that little ditty, that little middle part again. Beautiful world, it's a beautiful life. Got beauty in the day and beauty in the night. We can smell it, taste it, yell it, tell it, give it from the heart. Beauty is the way we walk. We're each a piece of art. We got beauty, beauty, beauty everywhere. Come on, as me, through me, in the air. Beauty, beauty, sense it, can you see? Beauty is all around you and me. From Khalil Gibran. And beauty is not a need, but an ecstasy. It is not a mouth thirsting, nor an empty hand stretched forth, but rather a heart inflamed and a soul enchanted. It is not the image you would see, nor the song you would hear, but rather an image you see though you close your eyes, and a song you hear though you shut your ears. It is not the sap with the furrowed bark, nor a wing attached to a claw, but rather a garden forever in bloom, and a flock of angels forever in flight. Beauty. Beauty, beauty, beauty. Not a need, but an ecstasy. This month, joy. Just open yourself. Joy, just open yourself. That's the theme of January. Joyful January. And each week I have picked a topic that can be a channel for joy. And this week the topic is beauty. And beauty is such a profound notion. It is a portal to feeling the presence of God. When you see something that you think is beautiful, the sun shining through the trees, or you hear a beautiful song, or you feel it, you feel that beauty, and you feel that it lights up the world. It lights you up. It lights through your eyes. Just like how Ash was talking about, that beautiful light that you pour into the world. And when we notice the beauty and we feel the beauty within, we trigger that rush of joy, which is what we're aiming for this month. And, last week, we talked a lot about Osho and the book Joy, which I picked, for the month of last month. And I just want to state very clearly that I am not a follower of Osho. And I recognize, if you've seen Wild Wild Country, that he, it became a cult and it was quite dangerous. And this House of Love and Light is not a cult and it's not a philosophy I align with. However, this book has some wonderful gifts in it, and I've been able to receive some messages and ideas that are not new, but just the way that he writes about it and speaks about it, I grasp it in a way that I feel like is helpful. And the biggest thing that I've grasped in this book that I have never been able to get anywhere else is this idea that when we seek, we do not find. We're told over and over that knock and the door will be opened, seek and you will find. And I definitely align with the notion that when we're looking for good, we find the good, And Osho just sort of flips everything on its head and speaks to us about how it's less about the seeking and searching and more about the being, the awareness, the noticing, the consciousness. So it's really just a play with words, but I do like this idea that beauty is all around us in every moment. And we don't necessarily even have to seek it. We just have to become aware of it and notice it. So right now, or when I was writing this talk, I looked out the window and I could see the beauty of the sunlight and the wind on the trees. And I noticed the beauty on the design of my bedspread. And I noticed the beauty of having a home and feeling safe. And I noticed the beauty of the design on my coffee cup. And it was everywhere present while I was and right now I can see it. I can see it in the light. I can see it in this computer. I can see the beauty is everywhere. I see the beauty in you. And so as we discuss this idea of beauty, I want to presence the awareness that it's not necessarily something we have to look for. It's just something we celebrate that's here right now. And it's an interesting thing to grasp. And also, I think that Osho has a cool take on it. You know, he basically says another thing, that he says that this moment now is outside of time. He says time is the past and the future, and now is timeless. It's eternal. So to be in this moment right now is to be truly at peace, which is more difficult than it sounds for many of us because we are neurotic. That's what he calls us in the book. We're caught up in our heads and in our thoughts and in our fears and our desires and our reachings and our longings. And I love what the Navajo elder talked about fear. We can't rid ourselves of fear. We have to live with it. So in this month of joy, in this month of discovering these neat teachings that, again, you know, we want to take what we want and leave the rest, we can look through the eyes of that present moment awareness to find a beauty that is beyond reaching and beyond seeking, that is here right now, that is here in this song that I wrote, that is here in this moment of love that I'm sharing with you as we sing beauty, beauty, beauty everywhere, as me, through me, in the air. Beauty, beauty, sense it, can you see? Beauty is all around you and me. Beautiful world, it's a beautiful life. We got our beauty in the day and beauty in the night. We can smell it, taste it, yell it, tell it, give it from the heart. Beauty is the way we walk. We are each a piece of art. We got beauty, beauty everywhere. Come on, as me, through me, in the air. Beauty, can you see? Beauty is all around you and me. From Ernest Holmes, the great teacher, whoever dwells on beauty tends to become beautiful. There will be a grace and charm expressing itself through that person, which no one can fail to recognize and appreciate. So let's dwell on beauty. When we dwell on beauty in this now moment, we can begin to feel the beauty and express that beauty and see that beauty and be that beauty. Beauty is defined as something that brings pleasure to the senses, and it's very, very related to aesthetics, and aesthetics is about our senses. You know, if we smell it, it's delicious, it's beautiful. If we taste it, it's delicious, it's beautiful. If we see something that's symmetrical, it's beautiful, or colorful, and we feel it, or if it's soft and comfortable, it's beautiful. And of course, it's wonderful to see that beauty as well, and be aware of the beauty and surround ourselves with the beauty. It feels so good when we fill our surroundings with what we think is beautiful things. You know, I have art all over my house, and how good does it feel when we clean our space and we declutter and we get that, you know, sense of aesthetically pleasing things around us. So of course there's that aspect of beauty as something, you know, to recognize. Who doesn't love a beautiful thing? I love a beautiful thing. I love these earrings. I got these. These are from an artist in Austin, Texas. I think actually it's a Chicago artist, but I bought them in Austin, Texas. I bought them years ago, but I just love their art. It's art. But anyway, who doesn't love a beautiful thing? I love a beautiful thing. But of course, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and beauty is only skin deep. And like that wonderful Navajo teacher taught us, our senses can get us in trouble, right? So let's look at beauty in more of a spiritual sense. The beauty of the divine as presented in every living being, in every divine challenge, in every relationship, and every interaction. What if we could see through the eyes of beauty? Would we notice a greater joy within us? Almost every Sunday, right after House of Love and Light, I clean the litter box. It's become a bit of a routine, and it is beautiful. It is beautiful. It doesn't sound beautiful. It sounds stinky and messy and a pain in the ass, but it's not. It's beautiful because it reminds me of the wholeness of the experience of being alive. You know, I come on here, I have this blissful hour of connecting and expressing and feeling fully centered in my spiritual quest, and then I clean the litter box. It keeps me grounded. It serves me up a beautiful dose of humility. It's a way for me to tend to my animals and give my love, and it keeps me aware of the nature of all things, which is so very beautiful. And as we know, the lotus grows in poop. I say it very often. So how beautiful can we find each and every moment in our lives? Each and every task that we have to do. Paying the bills, can it be beautiful? Taking the trash out, can it be beautiful? Having a difficult discussion with a loved one or facing a health challenge, can it be beautiful? Can we see the beauty in the caterpillar and the goose state, as well as the beauty of the obvious beauty of the butterfly? Is beauty present in all of the processes of life? Is the birth of a baby beautiful? All these things we talk about on Sunday are just encased in words, right? We could say all of this in another language. It would be so different, a different sense of expression. So beauty might mean something different in other cultures. And, you know, so every Sunday when I'm trying to get an idea, it's almost like it's right out of reach, right? Because you can't really describe God. You can't really describe beauty. It's an essence. It's a feeling. It's a wordless experience. And so we dance and we sing for beauty. And I just love this ditty, so we're singing it a couple more times. Sing it with me again. We sing, beauty, beauty, everywhere, as me, through me, in the air. Beauty, beauty, can't you see the beauty is all around you and me? Beauty, 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 everywhere. It's everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. Last week we talked a lot about how each one of us is a song, and I used sort of music as an idea of how we are a part of this world, how each of us are kind of a part of the note of in the music. You know, we listened to that beautiful poem by Michael Burke called The Calling Chord, which is just a beautiful way of saying that it's really unnameable, and it's this incredible experience of life and love and light. And so this week, I'm going to talk a little bit about dancing, because dancing is another way that I think is so beautiful. And it's a way to quantify this idea of beauty, you know, and how each one of us is the dance and is dancing through this life, and how physical movement and shaking it off can really be so deeply beautiful. And it can connect us with that sense of peace and joy. And what is more beautiful than the dance? So here I'm going to share the, did I not? Where did I put it? Oh yeah, I did. I have it. Okay. I'm going to share the Maui. When Georgia spoke her gratitude earlier, she shared that she was in a hula class, and she asked her two beautiful hula teachers to do a dance for us. So I invite you to watch. It's about a minute long, them doing a hula dance, and just admire their beauty. And then I'll be back for the rest of this talk. my gosh, are you in love with them? I love them. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Georgia. And I love what Osho says about dancing. He says if people dance a little more, doesn't that make you want to be a hula dancer, by the way, or take that class with them? I wonder if they do virtual classes. I will find out for you. He says Osho says that if people dance a little more, sing a little more, be a little crazier, their energy will be flowing and their problems will by and by disappear. He writes, or he speaks, because his book is just him speaking and they write it. He speaks, hence, I insist so much on dance. The energy stuck in the head is moving all around, creating beautiful patterns, pictures, movements. And when you dance, there becomes a moment when your body is no longer rigid. It becomes flexible, flowing. When you dance, you merge with the cosmos. Live, dance, eat, sleep, do things as totally as possible. And remember again, whenever you catch yourself creating any problem, he says, slip out of it immediately once you get into that problem and a solution will be needed. Then a solution won't be needed. Even if you find a solution, out of the solutions, 1,001 problems will rise again. He talks about how just, dance it out. There is a dance of beauty happening everywhere, in every moment. And we can tune into it and dwell on it, as Ernest Holmes said. And when we dwell on the dance of beauty, we become filled with grace, and we ourselves even become more beautiful, more attractive. It's true. And spirit is the essence of this beauty. Another way that Ernest Holmes puts it, he says, the infinite spirit is warmth and color, beauty and light, feeling, emotion. To each one of us, it must be personal, since it is personified in us. We need never overlook that. So, as spirit is so personal, it is a sacred relationship that we each have with the divine. We will each have our own relationship with beauty. So what is your relationship with beauty like? Do you see the beauty in you? Do you see the beauty in nature? It may be a little bit harder to see the beauty in you than it is to see the beauty in nature. I think of each one of us like a work of art, just like I sing about in that little ditty that I created today. And we are a part of this beautiful dance of life. And as we are each a piece of art, we are all each artists. And it's so important to not compare our art, our lives, our bodies, our careers. I love this new age of TikTok and social media because everyone can share their voices. And I just wanted to share a small TikTok from my friend Olivia, who is one of the most beautiful spirits that I've ever come across. And she's a good friend of mine. And she's been doing these beautiful TikToks. And this is one that she shared. I changed the music to my music so we didn't get flagged here. But she's dancing and she speaks about how dance has been so therapeutic for her. So enjoy this video for a moment.
Love is at the root of who you are. Love is at the root of who you are. Love is at the root. Love is at the root. Love is at the root. Yeah. Love is at the root of who you are. Love is at the root of who you are. Love is at the root. Love is at the root. Love is at the root.
Movement is medicine. I love how she says that. And, what I feel when I'm watching her is that when we feel beautiful, we're led to create a space for helping others, right? She says, I want to help others move. And she is a dance teacher as well. And she's just beautiful. I just wanted to share her today because she's beautiful in every way. All right. I'm going to close with a little poem from R.T. Chopra. This is called Beauty in Nature. Beauty in Nature by R.T. Chopra. There's a poem in every flower, a sonnet in every tree, a tale in every lifetime. It's just for you to see. There's a lyric in every brook as it rushes over rocks. There's an ode in every nuance as love's wonder unlocks. As love's wonder unlocks. I'm going to read that again. There's a lyric in every brook as it rushes over rocks. There's an ode in every nuance as love's wonder unlocks, as love's wonder unlocks. I'm sorry, I'm not going to read it again. As love's wonder unlocks. There's rhythm in every sound, every beating of a heart. There's poetry in every union, in every couple who are apart. And just as there is wonder in every new life created, there is sadness and regret for the unsaid and unfated. Just listen for the music that your ears cannot hear. Just strain yourself for the melody that's so far and yet so near. The wonder of the Creator, the magic of the divine is there to feel for all of us, to soon be yours and mine. So if the takeaway goes back to that very first reading from Mark Nepo, which is about how beauty isn't about being in front, it's being in life. Let's sing one more time. Beauty, beauty, beauty everywhere, as me, through me, in the air. Beauty, beauty, sense it, can you see? Beauty is all around you and me. A beautiful world, a beautiful life. We got beauty in the day, beauty in the night. We can smell it, taste it, yell it, tell it, give it from the heart. Beauty is the way we walk, we're each a piece of art. We got beauty, beauty. You are beauty. You are beautiful. Thank you so much for listening to my talk today. And now we move into the time where I speak about conscious giving, and I thank you for your love offerings for today. If you feel like you've been fed some spiritual food, then gift some monies. Text LOVE to 828-383-9889 or paypal.me/House of Love and Light, or Venmo at Amy-Steinberg-5. So grateful for every single dollar that comes in that helps me to create these beautiful Sundays with you. I love you all so much for being here with me. It was such a beautiful group of folks here today. I'm so glad. I know I ran a little bit long. Upcoming, we are going to talk about attention next week, which is like one of my favorite topics ever, because it's really about where we focus and what we focus on, where we put our attention. What are we looking at? What are we paying attention to? This is the root of New Thought teachings. What we focus on grows. And here for our astrological forecast for the week is Lorelei, and then I'll have a tool of the week, and I'll come back to say goodbye. So here is Lorelei.
Hello, my brothers and sisters of the House of Love and Light. It's Lorelei, your cosmic companion. Well, here we are now, just in the early stages of January 2022. This is a time of regrouping. Capricorn energy is so good for setting goals. What do you want to achieve? What do you want to accomplish? What does the top of the mountain look like? And the beauty is one step at a time up the staircase or up the mountain. There's that beautiful quote from Martin Luther King. All you have to do is take the first step up the staircase. And that is really very much the message of Capricorn energy. Now, with Venus again in retrograde, this week she is dancing with the sun, which means that the light of the sun, the current consciousness, lights up what you value, what brings you pleasure, what speaks to you and brings you joy. And again, even though Capricorn is a very serious, reserved, sobering kind of energy, with Venus in Capricorn, it really offers us the opportunity to appreciate those qualities in yourself as well as in those around you. You know, what marks this period is Venus and Mercury dancing with Pluto, the planet of power, the planet of magic, the planet of transformation. So you'll find yourself perhaps in very deep, intense conversations with people that will empower both of you and or disempower at your choice, and knowing that the guidance of the divine is right there in the middle. So be really aware, especially with Venus retrograde until January 29th, that people from the past can present themselves. That's one of the most interesting opportunities with Venus in retrograde. Someone from your past comes in, might be family, might be romantic, might be professional, and they bring the opportunity to resolve something within yourself. It's like the interaction with them helps you get really in touch with what's going on inside you. And it may be the opportunity to resolve old issues. Because speaking of old issues, Mercury, the planet of communication, in inventive, innovative Aquarius now, will retrograde from January 14th until February 3rd. And so with Venus and Mercury in retrograde, there is an opportunity to rethink, redo, reevaluate all the rewords, and knowing that those conversations that you may find yourself having with those from your past will very much show you where you are on the road of your life. You know, it's really interesting how we are always being guided by the planetary energies. And when in January, when the sun is in Capricorn until the 20th, when he goes into Aquarius, there's always that opportunity to look at the structures of your life, the organization of your life. With Mercury in Aquarius now, there's an opportunity for new ideas about that you may have the opportunity to then rethink when Mercury retrogrades, because in the retrograde, Mercury will go back into Capricorn. So allow the bright new idea that comes in, knowing that you will be guided to how to structure that, how to house that, how to live that out there in the world. So this is a time of really knowing that there is introspective, reflective energy. Retrogrades always give us that opportunity. So just be aware that you may find that you value things that you didn't know you valued, and things that you valued you don't value anymore. So until we connect, I wish you blue skies, green lights, and lucky stars.
Did you get that? Because I just really got that we're going to be going into that the Mercury, which is the planet of ideas, going into Aquarius and then coming back into Capricorn when it retrogrades. That's just very cool. It's like we'll have this idea, we might have this new idea about how we want to structure our life, and then we kind of can go back and organize it. We can figure out how to do it. So retrograde, a lot of times, you know, when people talk about retrograde, they go, oh, everything's going wrong and everything's going backwards. But it's not. It's introspection. So it's like this, I love how she put it. If you want to go listen to that again and maybe get more out of it. Tool of the week is that beautiful Navajo prayer. So I want you to, this week, with beauty above me, may I walk. May I walk in beauty this week. With beauty all around me, may I walk. In old age, wandering on a trail of beauty, lively may I walk. In old age, wandering on a trail of beauty, living again, may I walk. So may I walk in beauty this week. That's our tool of the week, is to just walk in the beautiful world, to be, you know, people are getting into this idea of taking these micro doses of psilocybin and LSD and all this stuff, and that won't be something that I go with. I did that in my teens and I didn't quite enjoy it, but I do think that when we tune in to that beauty, it can almost feel like, you know, like this new, like we have a new pair of glasses on, like we're almost tripping out on life when we step outside and we really see the leaves on the tree and the sun shine, and even as we're cleaning out the litter box, when we're aware of the beauty of all of it in every single moment. Now, I did see that some folks came here that haven't been here in a while, and I just want to give a shout out to Lorraine. I saw she was on. And I just want to thank everybody once again for coming here. And I want to thank everybody that offered today their time, talents, treasures. I want to thank Jessica for lighting the candles. Remember how beautiful that was? I want to thank Keisha and Georgia for the gratitude video. Casey and Ash, as usual. My sissy Rabbi Jenny for those beautiful river photographs. Karen Drucker for In Beauty May I Walk. The beautiful Navajo teacher, who I don't know his name, but I found that video and I want to thank you for that, the Navajo teachings. I want to thank the Maui dancers and Lorelei, and I want to thank you. I want to thank you for being here, for being beautiful, for all of your love offerings, for all of your energies. And on Wednesday, we're going to have music and meditation again. This Wednesday, I don't think we're going to do the Zoom. The Zoom didn't resonate with me, but I do think that we're going to Zoom our tarot card time. So I still will send out a Zoom link, but that link will be for 8 o'clock. So 7 o'clock, we'll have music and meditation on Facebook Live, and then we'll have a Zoom gathering for about 15-20 minutes for tarot card readings. It just felt a little bit jerky when we were on Zoom. So yeah, so that's my decision. And I love you so much, and I'm so grateful for you all. Have a wonderful week. Walk in beauty. Remember that beauty is more than just, things that look beautiful, more than our senses. Remember that space between your fingers. Remember that space of awareness. That beauty is spirit divine, and that is you. I love you. Bye-bye.
House of love and light. House of love and light. Amy, take us to the place where we can be just who we are. And it's alright in the house of love and light. House of love and light. Amy, open up the door to the place where we walk by faith and not by sight. Through the house of love and light. House of love, the house of love and light. The house of love and light. If we get this right, we'll make the world a house of love and light. If we get this right, we'll make the world a house of love and light. House of love and light. House of love and light.